Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Arizona Cardinals. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 38 yards on the scamper there.
And that's definitely the way you get things started. That's the way it was drawn up in the locker room, in pregame, and everything. And they got it done right away, running the ball for a big game.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. The Cardinals in a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing now, here's Beck. That ball caught by Harrison. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it first and goal.
And the Cardinals first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
And now they'll shift things around. Going to the air, back. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The sack will push it back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on first and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. Fourth down straight ahead.
A 27-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Goff and this Lions offense set for a first and 10 at their 35-yard line. In motion is Dortch. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
First down, Detroit.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. A shotgun snap for Goff. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. You look at this Arizona defense. And that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
Gone. That pass completed to Dortch. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
2nd and 4.
Beck going to throw. Finding his target is Trey McBride. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to pass. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Beck looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harrison. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
And the Cardinals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Straight ahead running. Here's Love. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
Now it's back. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Beck. Able to get this one to McBride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey McBride, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Goff. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Goff now looking to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 70 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, here's Love. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Second and 9 from the 44. Operating from the gun. Beck. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Back out of the gun here on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Greg Dortch back deep. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Goff now to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Lions.
Here's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle.
And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. 9 yards that time.
First down.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. 2 yards to go, second down. Now Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he is going to have the Lions first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
And the Lions first down.
They'll go again with Gibbs. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Goff. That's to the tight end Laporta. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Goff now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown as the first half is winding down. Lions are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
The score, Cardinals 10, Lions 7. Jack
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Looking to throw. Beck. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
They turn to Love on the handoff. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. On third down, here's Love. They find some open field here. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Lions 7. Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Breaks through the contact. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Second and 10. Here's Goff. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick six.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they're defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 22 more yards there and another first down.
And the Lions first down.
Now Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Throwing again is Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Goff now looks to throw. Yeah, he's got it. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
The last thing I want to do is not give Amon-Ra St. Brown his due, because he is one of the most consistent receivers in the league, but he's much more than that.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point safely through. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. And now an audible here into something else. Throwing now, here's Beck. This is taken in by McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
It's Beck. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Going to the air, Beck. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Goff. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Trying the left side with Gibbs. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Harrison. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second and 1.
From the 31, here comes second and a yard. They'll try the left side here with Love. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's second and 7. Beck going to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Kirby Joseph.
7-yard loss.
Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Back to pass. Pressure comes and down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Beck looks to throw. That's complete to McBride. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Here's Beck. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now it's back. Caught. It's Wilson. And this time not quite to the 30. Will be down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on 3rd down. Beck. That is caught. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now for Love. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Beck. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Does the big boy have the juice? And into the end zone. A scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Now for the point after.
The kicker on for the point after.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Lions 28, Cardinals 24. Jack Fox to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. This is 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Beck looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
34-yard line.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here comes 2nd down and 5. To throw is back. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Goff. And that's caught by Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they'll just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Goff now to throw. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal, Detroit.
Now it's gone. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And running with power here. And the Cards are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. But Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over and over. But sometimes you just have to give credit to the other side. Defense stood up in the final moment and came through with the interception.